Hey guys, this is Nils at Idaho Pulse. So we're about to take you on a little tour around Eagle and show you around north end of Eagle and show you some of the cool shopping centers, show you some established neighborhoods as well as some maybe brand new neighborhoods or new within the last couple of years. Kind of show you around and give you a feel for what it's like if you were to move to Eagle. Kind of show you what you could expect. You can check out any one of our videos on areas to get a feel. We kind of drive around, we kind of show you around and let you know what it's like to live here, at least scenery wise. And so if you have any questions about Idaho in general, or Eagle, or Ada County, or Canyon County, feel free to drop us a message through the website directly, or you can give us a call. You can go to idahopulse.com anytime and check out listings and ask us any questions you have. So anyways, let's go take a look around and let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're driving down State Street here, leaving Star. So we are going east on State Street. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, pretty much all of the streets here, with the exception of a few, are designed in a grid pattern. So once you kind of learn the main roads that are north and south and east and west, you're going to be fairly comfortable kind of navigating through. So this is State Street here, and we've just left Star here. So I don't know if you noticed that sign on the left-hand side. That was the come back soon sign for Star. So as you can see, there's no shortage of cornfields here. So on the left-hand side, you've got corn. Right-hand side, some cattle and some livestock. So we're entering Eagle, and before all the people came here, this was pretty common, I think, in this area to see a lot of farms and agriculture. But in the last 5 to 7 years, especially in the last 2 years, this area has dramatically changed. But on the north end of Eagle, it seems as though it's keeping that rural look to it. There are a lot of farmers that are selling off their land, but still, if you drive on the street that's north of us here, which is called Beacon Light or Light Beacon, that street going off New Hope, it just feels like you're in the country. It's pretty cool. And that road leads to the north end of Eagle as well, and into the north side of Boise. So right now we're kind of driving through, showing you just how it kind of looks and feels. We're continuing on State Street, passing Linder Road, and not really a lot of new developments in this area. If you go down on Chinden, which we're going to hit eventually here, That area is being developed heavily all the way to Eagle Road, which is kind of the main drag in Eagle, going from Nampa north. So if you go north from Nampa on Eagle, you cross over the freeway, and then you kind of keep going, and it leads into Eagle, and that's kind of the main drag, and that's another really busy road. If you turn right here at Eagle Island is a really cool thing. So Eagle Island has stuff in the summer, has stuff in the winter. During the summer, it's a cool park area. You can go, and they have a water slide. You can pay to ride the water slide. They have not big, but they have a decent sized lake, and it's kind of sectioned off for swimmers, and then there's an outside section that's kind of for people on paddle boards and boats and stuff. It's not giant, but it's pretty cool. You can set up picnics there. There's picnic tables. Everybody's real friendly. There's rangers walking around making sure the place is clean and neat, and people are behaving themselves. There was a sign on the left-hand side, not sure if you caught that, but that sign is telling us we're officially entering Eagle, even though I think we kind of entered it a little bit ago. They keep expanding it as the years go, and they keep annexing land in and such. So, but we're officially in Eagle. So right now we are approaching that main road called Eagle Road. So we're going to take a right. So if we took a left, we would end up going into kind of the north end of Eagle, which I will go back that direction. But for now, we're going to go on South Eagle Road. South Eagle Road, I should say. So on the right-hand side, we got some business parks, some gas stations. Everything's really green around here, which is one thing I really like. On the left-hand side, again, we have some. We have a Hilton Garden Inn hotel, which typically is pretty full from what I've seen. A lot of people that come here to look to move here end up staying there. It seems like Bardonnay Restaurant, which is a really nice restaurant that's inside the parking lot of the Hilton, kind of next to it, right on the water there. And as we drive through, we're going to pass over the river here in a second. Believe it or not, a lot of people end up jumping off this bridge into the river from here, which I've seen them do, which I would not do, but that's because I'm over 40 and I'm lame. So, but yeah, a lot of people end up parking here on the left-hand side, and then they go down that little bridge, or little walkway, I should say, and then you can actually ride bikes and hike and walk down the belt there, right along the river. So that leads all the way into Boise, I believe. If you go down, I haven't actually tried that personally to go all the way down there, but one day I will. I believe it does go there. And so as you can see, just something to take note of. It's really nice and green here. It's one of the reasons why originally when we moved to Idaho, we were kind of looking at moving to Eagle, specifically North Eagle, I think, more than anything. We ended up going to Star, which I mentioned in the previous Star video that we've done. And the main reason we moved to Star was it just had a little bit more of a rural feel to it, a little more small town feel. That may not appeal to everybody. It may not appeal to you. You may want to be more in the action, more in the mix. The Eagle's kind of an in-between, I think, between Star and like living in, say, Meridian or Boise. Meridian, I think, or I should say Eagle has, I think, probably double roughly the population of Star, give or take. And so it is bigger, but it's not massively big. It's not massively populated. And there's a lot of nice, expensive real estate, especially if you go to the north end of Eagle. It's very nice. We're going to take a cruise through there in a little bit and show you some of the new communities up there, Legacy, and some of them, some of the off of Beacon Light. So we are right around here. We're entering into Meridian. So we're going to flip a turn here. So we're gonna make a U-turn here. So we're kind of getting into Meridian here. We have another video on Meridian, so we're gonna make a U-turn here. So this is South Eagle, and we're gonna spin a U-turn and go back north on South Eagle Road, and go back in and go kind of towards the north end of Eagle, and then we'll go through some of those newer housing communities out there and show you some of that stuff. So I think that's what we're gonna do right now. All right, so we're spun around here and we're heading back north. So just to get a little different perspective, I know we just drove past this, but on the right-hand side we have the Lux Real Theater. It's a real nice, smaller size theater, still really nice size theater screens. A little business park here with a few places inside. You can take note of just the little ponds and how green things are. It's nice. I mean, you can go to one place to the next in Idaho, especially in Ada County, and you're going to get a different feel every place you go. They're not all the same. And so Eagle, for the most part, this is what Eagle looks like, what you're seeing. So you've got a lot of green, you've got water, you've got little ponds and little baby lakes and bigger lakes, and then you've got the main river that runs through, and the green belt and all that. And so it's a very desirable place to live. And so I mean, definitely the price tag of the homes here dictate that, especially if you get towards the north side. And so I mean, 5 years ago, I think you probably could have gotten, an acre or two would probably be very common to be in the north end of Eagle. But now, with these new communities and everything, and the demand that's placed on these, they're making the lots kind of smaller, quarter acre, half acre lots maximum kind of thing. So you can still get acreage. You're going to be getting an older house that needs some work probably, or something that's been remodeled and costs a fortune kind of thing. So there are quite a few options depending on your price range. Okay, so we just passed by the Albertsons and passed through Plaza, and we're still on North Eagle Road here. So this part's very cool, I think, this area here. There's a nice restaurant called Rembrandt's there. I've been there several times. It's very nice on the left-hand side there. This area just feels very quaint, very small town, very ornate, but still is kind of still has a little bit of everything. I mean, you've got an Albertsons right there, but then you have a bunch of small shops and mom and pop restaurant type things, and just very cool little shops to go see. And then so as you're passing through here, now we're getting more into kind of residential, and a lot like Star and Meridian, there are some dilapidated kind of houses that have been here for a long time. Some of them have converted into businesses over the years, and some of them just kind of look like they've been here for a while. They're on some land, which is appealing to a lot of people. If you don't mind having a little bit of a fixer-upper, if a house like that comes on the market, it's a good opportunity to get a house in a great location with some land, because you just won't get that with a new property. So if you're one of those people that doesn't mind taking on a project, definitely getting something with some land in a good spot, a good location, with a kind of an older house on it, needs some work, would be very much financially smart. So we're passing by Eagle United Methodist Church here on the left-hand side. Then we got some houses here, Eagle Ranch, which those are probably 20-30 years old. Passing through here, again, we're sticking with the very green, lots of trees. And this is the summer, so everything is bloomed. Everything is, we're in August, or actually the very beginning of September right now. So everything's very green. There are some leaves turning, as you can see on the left-hand side here, but for the most part, everything's still really green here. A lot of leaves still, and it's a really pretty time of year to come to Idaho. So this is Floating Feather, which that road, if you go left, will lead you into Star. If you go right, it should lead you into Boise. So this area right here is definitely an established area that's been here for a while, and we're still on Eagle Road here. So just for a reminder, there's actually a decent amount of golf courses around here, both in Star and Eagle. So if you're a golfer, there are some nice places to play golf around here. So this is Beacon Light. So I'm going to take a right here just to kind of show you this area a little bit. This is the northern side of Eagle, for the most part, the north end of it. So you have some horses, some ranches over there on the left. Pretty much everything on this road that's not a brand new housing community is going to have some acreage, either an acre or more, 3 acres, 5 acres, 10 acres. A lot of these on the left-hand side are 5-acre lots. It was pretty common back when these houses were built to have 5-acre lots. And on the right-hand side, you'll see a lot of that too. Some open land here, just someone's property they didn't really develop or do anything with. You'll notice, if you're not used to Idaho or familiar with Idaho, we have a lot of little canals running with water, and that's our irrigation water. So that'll get shut off in the fall, and then they won't have it running at all. There won't be any water in the canal up until spring. And it's a really cool thing, actually. Once they turn the water on, it's usually in April. Seeing that water level come in is really a cool thing. It just kind of means you're getting out of winter, and you're going to be able to turn your sprinklers on, because if you live in a community, or even actually live on a farm for that matter, you use all the irrigation water for your yard. It's not potable, you don't want to drink it, but it's something that you can water your crops with, or your lawn, or your garden, and that's pretty cool. Usually it's either your HOA that pays for the pumping, or you pay for it if you have the acreage. So, alright, so just for perspective, we went ahead and turned around and went back. We turned around at the gas station at the end of Beacon Light, so now we're going back the same way that we just came. So I want to go to some of the newer communities that we have over here. One of them is Legacy Community. It's one of the. It's kind of just showing you the style of a lot of the newer builds that we have here in the Eagle area and in Ada County. Really, a lot of the ones in Eagle and Star and part of Meridian, they have a lot of the same style to them as far as how they build them, and kind of the more high-end luxury houses type thing. It's just some really pretty land over here. If you drive through, even in the wintertime when the grass isn't really green and the trees don't have a lot of leaves, it's just really pretty to drive through here. I like it. It's open. It gives you, especially if you come from a city atmosphere, this is just fantastic. This is what people want. Obviously, there's varying degrees. I mean, you can move out into the middle of nowhere where they do hunting and fishing all day long and stuff. And you have to drive an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to Target or Costco. There's obviously that, which is fine. I don't have any problem with that area of living. But for those who are looking for something with a good combination, something that has some land, something that has a little more country feel to it. If you can't get the land, at least you're near the land, I guess you would say. You've got some horses around the corner, some livestock, someone else's farm you can drive by. It's just a really cool feeling being it feels like you're more out in the middle of nowhere, even though you have all the luxuries of being in a small city. So it's a nice thing about North Eagle, and that's why it's become so popular over the last several years. It's just skyrocketed in value because for that very reason. I mean, people are looking for that. They're kind of tired of being in the rat race and constantly hustling and constantly feeling like you have to speed somewhere to get somewhere. That's the trap that I fell in. So where I used to live in Southern California, and so when I moved here, I immediately felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I didn't feel like I needed to rush around. I didn't feel like I needed to speed to get where I was going. I found myself doing the speed limit everywhere, and And speaking of speed limits, the cops around here do not mess around with the speed limit. I got pulled over once for doing, I think, 5 or 6 miles an hour over the speed limit in a full-size Ram diesel truck. It's not like I was driving a sports car. And he very politely told me that that's not really something that we do here. We're going to take a left here on Lanewood. Looks like it's another example of closed roads due to construction. But that's no surprise. That's something I mentioned in other videos, is that you never know what roads are going to be closed down when. So, all right, so we're going to come in here. So this is Eagle Mountain Estates. This is just an example of some of the houses you might find here in Eagle that are brand new or very new. These just happen to be brand new. So just to give you kind of a perspective of what you'd be looking at. So these are very nice, very high-end homes here on fairly small lots as far as, North Eagle is concerned. If you get something that's been here for 20 years, you're definitely getting a little more land than this, but I'd say these are 1/4 to 1/2 acre lots, depending on which one you're sitting at. Here's a brand new one that's available that just came on the market, looks like. This one's just being built. So this is a really nice neighborhood. I love how most of them have RV garages, which is nice. They're just very nice, different, slightly different looking houses. They're open looking, even though they're kind of close together. Compared to some houses, they're very nicely designed and separated. So we just kind of took a lap through Eagle Mountain Estates. So we're going to take a right on Lanewood here, kind of working our way through some of these newer neighborhoods here. So just for perspective, and of course, as I mentioned, the specific pricing actually changes. Obviously it all kind of goes up and down. Some areas kind of fall faster than others. But in general, some of the more expensive real estate, and I think we're going to have to actually make a U-turn. I think this is Homestead. Again, this one has new homes for sale in it. This is a really nice neighborhood here, I think. We'll go this way. So just to show you, this is a lot of the same look, even though it's technically a different community. It's a little bit different feel, I guess, than the other one, but the architecture is a lot of the same. And they don't really have the RV garages. One thing I'm noticing, they got the 3-car garages pretty regularly, but haven't really seen an actual RV garage yet. So that's one thing to consider if you really want an RV garage, which they are nice. Then this would not be the community for you, but not everyone wants or needs that. So definitely a nice spot, good location, nice houses, something to consider looking at if you're checking out. If you're looking to check out Eagle, Homestead's a nice community as well, along with the last one. All right, so we left those new housing communities there, Homestead and whatnot, to the left on Beacon Light. So we're heading back down Beacon Light towards Star now. We're still in Eagle here. So we're gonna try and get around that detour that they had shut down for the construction here. Eventually make our way down to Palmer, I believe it is. Take a left on Palmer, I think that's what it is. So just to the right here, I know the camera doesn't really show that way, but it's kind of just nowhereville up there, which is really nice. There's nothing there. It's just a couple houses up on a hill and BLM land, mainly just to the north. We're going to take a left on Palmer, if this guy lets me. So we're approaching another housing community. We're going to come in here and just take a look. So this is Legacy. Nice little entry there. Nice little waterfalls as you enter. So this area very much reminds me of something you would see. I don't know how many of you watching this are from Southern California or LA, but this very much reminds me of something you would see in like Del Mar or Del Sur in Southern California, or a nice community in Orange County maybe, or LA. Very, very nice, clean looking homes. They just, even more so than the last community actually, they're very tight, which some people don't care about that, some people do. I think that's just kind of what unless you have a boatload of money to buy your own land or buy a lot that hasn't been developed and develop it yourself, you're probably going to be getting something like this if you want something new. But it's not bad. It's very nicely designed, very well laid out, very well manicured. As you can see, the plants are really nice. They put a lot of care into the entryway, which makes you feel like $1 million as you drive in. You can see these houses are very custom looking. It's beautiful. There's a nice little waterfront on the right-hand side. Nice little lake, man-made lake with waterfalls and ducks, and a lot of these houses on the right-hand side are on the water, which is really cool. So I mean, this neighborhood is absolutely stunning. This is just beautiful. This is one of my more favorite places to drive through in Eagle, especially this time of year, because all the plants they planted are all bloomed, and so you get to really experience what all the landscaping work does, how much care they put into this place. It's very beautiful. So something definitely to consider checking out in Eagle is Legacy community. There's another lake over there on the left, so there's a few different lakes that are around here. So I think our next stop is going to be maybe a more established community off Eagle Road. So we're going to probably jump over there and check that out. All right, so we are going into a more established neighborhood in the northern end of Eagle. So this is probably about maybe half a mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile north of the Albertsons. That's in North Eagle. Just as you pass that Eagle entrance sign with the eagle flying overhead, the Welcome to Eagle sign, so to speak. So we turned right on Mission, and just kind of driving through, kind of showing. This is kind of a neighborhood you would expect to find in this area that's been here for maybe 40 years, 30-ish years, depending. Hard to tell, maybe 40 years. One of the things about Boise especially, but you'll see it in Eagle as well, and Meridian, in the older sections, is you're going to see split level houses. That was very popular back in like the 70s, I think, in the 80s, where you'd kind of walk in the front door and you'd turn left and go down a couple steps, and you'd be on a lower level, and the window was kind of even with the ground. And then if you turned right, you'd go up a couple steps, and you'd end up a little higher up. And so that was very popular. Not so much today. It seems like that's not super popular for obvious reasons. It's not the way we do things anymore. But you'll see that kind of in the older areas. This one's not quite that old, so you don't really see that a whole lot. But there are areas that do have that. This is a dead end, but we'll come down and take a look at this. So these are older but very well kept. This is a nice established North Eagle neighborhood. Good schools. People kind of take care of their property around here. Very nice. But this just shows you, this is a good example of what a kind of a typical neighborhood looks like. I mean, you'll find some that are a little bit newer than this. But unless you're getting into something really, really new, like in the last 3 to 5 years, this is kind of what you're going to see style-wise and kind of neighborhood-wise. This one has a tennis court, which is kind of nice. All right, so we exited the community that we were just in, and now we are going back across State Highway 44, State Street as it's called, and we are going to go to Merrill Park, which is in Eagle, kind of on the southern end of Eagle, I think, more than anything. We're going to take a left on Riverside Drive, and this is where that Hilton Garden Inn is, and the Boise River. It's one thing about Ada County is it's definitely in a transitional phase. It's going from being kind of a farm area with houses thrown in the mix to being to having spots where it's really nice and high end with some money. So you can see on the right here, there's a little fountain here with some water. We're approaching the park here. Let's see if we can find a parking spot, get out and look around a little bit around Merrill Park. Hey guys, what's going on? So we just took you around Eagle, and hope you enjoyed the drive around. Kind of got some aerial footage there for you. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of seeing what it's like to drive around Eagle a little bit, get an idea of what some of the communities look like. If you have any questions for us, again, you can contact us directly through our website at idahopulse.com. You can leave us a comment, give us a call. Like and subscribe to our videos to get the first notification of when we do update those. And anyways, we hope to see you out here in Idaho, and you have a great one.